good evening, good afternoon, good morning, maybe the middle of the night for some of you. This is the 2024 W Club registration event, and we are so excited you are here. I'm seeing people from all across the globe, so thank you so much if you're joining us live, and if you're watching it later, we're still glad to have you. This is the 19th year of the W Club, and we couldn't be more excited. But if you don't know who we are, let me introduce us. I am Carol Roth. I am the founder of the W Club, founded 19 years ago. And with me is my wonderful partner in crime, Integrity Toys marketing director extraordinaire, and sort of, I call him the chief of everything, Alain Tremblay. Alain, how are you? So nice to see you, my friend. Are you so excited?
I am perfectly jazzed up. I'm super excited, Carol, to be here. I think we're going to have a lot of fun. I can't wait to unveil new dollies tonight because I think it's what everybody's here for, and also explain what the W Club is, all the great perks you guys are going to be getting. And yeah, I'm just happy to be here. So fire away. Let's get going.
Yes, so I just want to take a moment to say I'm seeing so many newbies. So hi to the newbies and also the long-time bees. So if you've been with us for the first time, you've been with us since the beginning, sometime in between. We're so excited to have you here. As I said, we've got people who are here for the first time. We have people who know the spiel. So let me just tell you a little bit about how our event is going to work. We're going to do a quick overview of what the W Club is and what it is not. A quick overview of the perks that you get as W Club members. Then, as Alain said, we know that you're here for dolls. We have three wonderful upgrade dolls. So we are going to show those to you. These are dolls that you can pre-order at the time of registration. And I know this is something that our longtime members want for sure. So we're trying to make this earlier in the program. We're going to give you a little bit more convention information. We're back to an in-person convention for 2024, which is super exciting. So we're going to give you a few more tidbits about that. And then if you're a longtime member and you feel like you know everything and you don't want to stay for the Q&A, you're welcome to cut out. But then if you are newer or want a refresher, we're going to have a little bit more of a discussion on how to register, as well as answer any questions you have. Alain, does that sound like a good run of show to you?
It sounds amazing. And
All
I'll be here to make you talk. So there you go.
All right, a few things. We always do some housekeeping in the beginning before we get going. We do have, as I said, people joining from all over the world. Some people where English may not be their native language, new members joining. So we just ask that you be respectful in the comments, even if it's something that you already know. Somebody who's brand new to this may not know this. So please try to be respectful, foster a community atmosphere. We're here for everybody. And then, to that end, again, this is an experience. I know sometimes you get impatient and you want to see the dolls right away. If you are the impatient type, and Lord, I feel you, I'm that way too, this may not be for you. You may want to wait until we send out the emails and all that kind of stuff, because it is going to take a little time to get there, although we'll try to go as quickly as possible. Also, if you have questions, if you can hold those for the end, because we're going to miss them in this big stream that we have going on there, and please only ask them once. And people who are being disruptive or trolling or spamming in the comments, they're going to be removed from the chat from our moderators, again, out of respect for all of these wonderful attendees, as well as the presenters here today. That seemed like
Yes.
I covered everything, Alain.
I believe you did. So be nice. And that's
be
it.
happy and
Be happy and be nice.
and be dollies. Okay.
There you go.
All right. So let me just give you a quick overview about what the W Club is. From our perspective, it really is the customer core of the company. It's where we have a seat at the table to really lobby for customers. Think of us as the chief customer officers from Integrity. From your perspective, it's a way to get access to exclusive product, to get first to know information, have a conduit to being heard, and just have a lot of fun being part of an amazing community. Now, for those of you who haven't joined before, the W Club is a separate entity, but in a joint venture with Integrity. So we are separate, but we're also very closely aligned with Integrity. But I always like to point that out because not everything that Integrity does ends up being a W Club thing. What I will say is that the W Club, is very different from other clubs out there. Our base membership is $50, and most other clubs will maybe offer you one or two exclusives throughout the year. We offer you as many things as possible. And we just did a recap from last year, and there was a whole lot going on and a lot of amazing things going on. And we have even better things going on for 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you say?
Yes, I absolutely would. And I can't, like I know I have some stuff, under my sleeve, like, yeah, kind of hiding. I know the guys do too. Like, we have like the convention theme is going to be pretty cool this year. I think everybody's going to really get into that. So like, I know I am, because the convention theme kind of came from me. So, it'll be a little bit weird. It'll be fun. I think you guys are really going to love everything we have in store for you.
So when you guys register, you're going to have a chance to upgrade your membership with 3 different dolls. We're going to be unveiling those in just a few moments. You can add 1, 2, or all 3 of them to your membership. And if you want more than one of any of the upgrade dolls, you would need an extra membership to be able to do that. We'll go through that in a little bit. And in addition to the 3 upgrade dolls, we also have 5 club dolls throughout the year that you are guaranteed made to order. Most of Integrity Toys are limited edition collectibles. We know that they are often very difficult to get, but with these made to order dolls, you put down the deposit and they don't even begin production until we have that order. So these dolls are really made for you. And in terms of what the 5 dolls are going to be for the guaranteed dolls throughout the membership, aside from the 3 tonight, we always sort of leave a little flexibility just in case of an issue, but we're expecting them to be from Poppy Parker, Fashion Royalty, and New Face. So again, if you add all that together, that's at least 8 dolls made to order, plus other stuff that I'm going to get into. In terms of the club, you also get special access to more dolls throughout the year. Some of these are going to be made to order, as I said. Some of them are going to be limited edition dolls, and we distribute them in a variety of different ways, which I'll talk about soon. Now, the offers that we have are usually limited to 1 per membership. So if you're somebody who likes to buy multiples of the same item, you would maybe want to consider getting multiple memberships. And just to clarify on that, again, you don't have to pick and choose between offers that would be multiples of the same item. For most of the Integrity Toys Direct products, you usually either get preferred access and or preferred pricing ahead of the general public. So if you collect, you're going to find just an absolute ton of value being a member. Now, my team are the ones who act as the conduit to pass along information. We are there to get your feedback. We have an email address for VIP customer service. And then we also have various discussions throughout the year. And then we have access to the forum and the data. So we take all of that, and then we really act as your lobbyists with the company. And a little bit about that membership fee that you're paying, it goes to pay for our staff that really runs the customer core of the company. We cover all Integrity Toys products, and I will go into more detail on perks and responsibilities for the new members. But with that, Alen, I think we are ready to do the doll unveils. Now, guys,
Yes.
For the doll unveils, these are a cost in addition to your membership fees. For the FR and New Face dolls that we're going to show you in a second here, those are $165, and the Poppy Parker is $160. So you pay your $50 membership, and then for each doll you want at the time of registration, you put down a $30 deposit, and then you will pay the balance when they ship, which is estimated at this fall. Again, it's incremental to the membership fee. Now, we always have a little challenge accommodating schedules with our designers. So what we did again this year is we pre-taped the doll reveals. So with that, I'm going to jump into our first pre-recorded video, and that is with Jesse Ayala.
I'm going to put us out, and I'll put him in. Be back in a second.
All right, we are excited to have designer extraordinaire Jesse Ayala here with us. Jesse, I feel like we've been spending a
Carol,
lot of time together
I
lately.
know.
Always good to see you because you're always bringing us beautiful dollies. So excited to have you as part of our registration unveiling and certainly unveiling of the upgrades. But before we get to that, we have some new folks, as we do every year, who are thinking about joining the W Club. Do you just want to quickly introduce yourself and what you do for Integrity Toys?
Sure. Hi, everybody. I'm Jesse. So I do New Face and FR Fashion Royalty. Every now and then I dabble in others, but yeah, that's my predominant lines.
And Jesse is uber talented and always has amazing eye for detail and bringing things together. And I think you'll get a little taste of that here today. Before we go into our specific unveiling for today, you just mentioned that you do FR and New Face. So can you give us just a little taste of what we might be in for the year?
Sure. So I have quite a few surprises in store, I guess you could say, for the upcoming FR and New Face collections. I'm really excited about New Face because it's kind of going to show you guys a new facet. They're maybe expanding upon their business, and we'll get to see a little bit of a different side and maybe a few surprises.
And I know one of the things that you've been doing is really listening to the collectors' feedback, whether that's in terms of characters or themes or details. So I'm imagining for both of those, both FR and New Face, we can expect to see a little bit more of that.
Yeah, definitely. I have taken some feedback into consideration, but of course I had to put my own spin on it, right? So I think people will be pleasantly surprised with what we have in store.
So excited. And then also, obviously, we've got a number of club dolls throughout the year, and it's slated for you to have, I believe, 3 of those under your purview again. What might we expect from those, if you can give us a little bit of a tidbit here?
Okay, so there's another comeback in the works, not saying who or what. And there's something special planned that I haven't done before, and I might not give too much away on that one, but it's something that I think some people would be excited to see. And so, yeah, stay tuned.
Yeah, no, they're going to be very excited. But we're just going to, just dribble this out there. And Jesse, you have also been very busy, I understand, because we have our first in-person convention in 5 years this year. And a little birdie told me that you might have had a hand in the style lab this year. Can you
Oh,
confirm
yeah.
those rumors?
Gosh, all this pressure. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I'm very excited to be going back to in-person conventions, and yeah, I think that birdie might have been a little right. We'll see.
We'll have more on that in just a bit. But first, I know people have been waiting to see what we have in store for the upgrade dolls this year. And so I'm so excited to get to our first one. So let's talk about the inspiration for the first upgrade.
So the inspiration for this upgrade, I really wanted to take the upgrades back to the roots that they kind of had in the beginning, where it was more based on like the resort collection. So you have dolls like Cruise Control, Going Public. So these kind of like everyday, but and still in a glamorous way kind of looks, and they're maybe inspired by a setting, an environment, or a place. And these today, yeah, definitely go along those lines.
All right, well, let's get to our first fashion royalty upgrade, which we see got a little Rome theme going on. And this is Holiday Spot Danya Sar. And I am so excited about this because we've had people who've been asking for Danya. There was one in Seven Sins, but people were like, we want something different. We want something different. And this is such an amazing look for her. So tell us about this.
Thank you. Yeah, Danya has had a little resurgence as of late, but this look is I had multiple inspirations, but mainly, I guess you could say there's an Audrey Hepburn feel to her. And it's kind of an amalgamation of the movie Sabrina, where she's wearing that gown with the black and white, and that hair is just iconic that she has in that movie. So I really wanted to encapsulate that feeling, but bring her into the context of modern day and just a little bit more of an everyday feel. But yeah, there's definitely a nostalgic vintage quality to this, but I mean, you could see in the cut of the clothing and just the way that she styled it does bring it into current day.
Yeah, let's see that next slide where we get all the different looks. And what I do love about this is we have people saying, you know, FR, we want to see something that really harkens back to that level of glamour, to, you know, a socialite who's walking on the streets of Rome or Paris or whatever. And I think you just nailed it. And I love the fact that it's so reminiscent of that, but it's also so different. We've never seen Danya like this. Obviously, everyone loves sort of classic vintage, you know, muse vibes, if you will. And all the little details you have here with the polka dots and the headscarf, and then the shoes that have the contrast detail, and of course, the pop of red with the purse. I think it's just so lovely.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I did say at some instance that I was kind of having a return to, I think I was calling it glamour core, glam core, or something along those lines. But I do want it to feel, like you said, like a high glamour aesthetic for FR, with its DNA of little vintage touches as well.
So beautiful.
And I'm a sucker for polka dots, so.
I am a sucker for polka dots too. I don't know
Love
what
it.
it is, but I like the fact too, again, that you played with both patterns and different sizes and things like that. So it's a lot of fun. Let's see the next slide if we can, so we can get a little bit of the face up here. And again, I feel like this is kind of center of the plate, you know, old school fashion royalty, glamour, bold, just absolutely beautiful.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so her face coloring and I guess the style for her look, face beauty look, is kind of, I mix it like Audrey Hepburn, as I was saying before, but there's also a little bit of Liz Taylor in there with those violety eyes. So yeah, I just wanted her not to be, you know, fully Audrey Hepburn, but, you know, have that quality, that essence. And this is my favorite screening for Danya. It's the Mothership screening, and we used it a couple of times now, but in a different way than before.
Very different way. And I think it's so good. It's so funny because you can see sort of the cohesiveness sometimes amongst the sculpts in the fashion royalty line. Like there's a little bit here that almost reminds me of a Eugenia lip that's going on here. And so I love this. I think that she's so smashing, and what just a beautiful, fresh way to start off the year. Let's take a look at her accessories if we can. And here's where you get to see those fantastic shoes that you did the alternate polka dots on.
Yeah, so that's what I love to play with textures in terms of scales and different like colorways, and I like the idea of doing like the negative version of it, right? And like you said, they're a smaller scale, and the little metallic gold lining just adds a little bit of brightness to that and picks up on her jewelry. Which these are new style. Well, the bracelets and the earrings are a new style, which is like a hammered texture, but not as hammered as the one we've had in the past, but it's just a little bit more delicate. And of course, like that old Hollywood style hoop earring, dangle hoop earring.
So great. So great. Let's watch her spin, because we always like to see them spin. And I understand she's got soft ebony hair and blush skin tone, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And she's
so that soft ebony is a mix of the blackest black we have, saran hair, with the darkest brown. So it creates this like really soft black, like a more natural black, not like quite a permanent marker black, but
yeah, no, it's great. Look at her. I love
it. And I'm into the short hair lately. Like, I don't know if y'all could tell, but I'm really feeling it, the short hair.
Yeah, no, she's fantastic. And again, just the way that you've done the detail on the dress, you know, with it coming over one side a little bit longer. So beautiful. Let's pop Jessie into the middle and let's see if we can actually see the doll in person.
Here she is. See?
Oh,
she's twirl. I'm like lifting up her dress. But yeah, it has this really cool asymmetric handkerchief type hem, which I think makes it feel a little modern, but it still harkens back to that vintage kind of glam. It's lined, of course.
And there's a texture going on with that.
There is a novelty fabric that has kind of like this woven texture with a little bit of pucker, like in the surface of the texture. And it has a polka dot overprint, which I think is really cool.
It's great. And let's see her face again. Let's get her center stage because she's just so beautiful. Yeah, this is center of the plate fashion royalty for everybody who's been asking for this. Jessie, you have delivered. She's got her holiday spot, but she is spot on.
Thank you.
All right, let's bring me back for a second. So it sounds like you're carrying through this theme of going back to the roots of the club upgrades, and that's going to carry through to New Face as well, correct?
Yeah, correct. So I designed these, at the same time, and I kind of wanted for them to be sisters in that way, where they're both have the same inspiration point, but they're taken in different ways.
All right, so tell us a little bit about our second upgrade, the New Face upgrade.
So this one is a little bit of a softer feel for New Face, and it's very sweet and springy, maybe very early summer, depending on where she's at, right? But I just wanted this look to just give the essence of just a pretty, well, whatever the doll is. I'm not going to reveal it too soon, but yeah, just like a sun-kissed, I don't know, maybe she's in Ibiza or somewhere like that.
Ibiza. Who doesn't want to be
somewhere
Ibiza?
effortless, where she's just like going to the pool later, maybe, but meanwhile she's out running errands in her little look.
All right, well, let's not make people wait too much longer, and let's see. Sweet Retreat Raina. You guys have been asking for Raina's return. Here she is. Jessie, I love this. The first thing when you said that this harkens back to the beginning of club upgrades, the first thing that popped into my mind was that Going Public Eugenia, because she has almost that similar kind of face up, but done in a way that's complementary to Raina. Did I pick that up correctly, or am I making?
Yeah, you totally did. That was, that she's Going Public is forever an inspiration point, but yes, this definitely touches on that coloring. The skin tone is similar. The only difference really is that this is Raina, of course, and the hair color is like a softer brown rather than that golden blonde that Going Public had. But even the touches of blush pink kind of are reminiscent of that Going Public coloring.
Yeah. Amazing. All right, let's take a look at her. And this is such a cute fashion. So break down what's going on here.
So, okay, for this look, I kind of wanted to play off of a little bit of, oh, I'm sorry, my phone's dying. A little bit of a tweed Chanel kind of moment, but, done in a more youthful approach, right? So she has this little vest with these high-waisted shorts that have quite a bit of a flare to the leg, and it kind of gives the illusion of like she's wearing like a little skirt, right? And she has this little handkerchief do-rag, it's satin, and just like little touches that pick up on her tweed, like the purple purse and the little blue shoes, which are like this really pretty robin's egg. So, yeah.
And she's got the little pearl chain
Little
too,
pearl
which is like kind of like a
belt.
Chanel moment there too.
Exactly.
It's so fun. It's so fun. All right, let's go to the next slide because I want to see too, not showing here, but she does have those little sort of metal clips that you can put into that's sort of reminiscent of some of New Face before, but in a really sweeter look for Raina. And I know this is a favorite sculpt, and I think she just looks so beautiful here.
Thank you. Yeah, one of the last ones we saw her was actually in the Pretty Reckless collection, and she had quite of a different vibe there, a little bit more badass, and this is showing a little bit more of her sweet, coquettish, ladylike side, I guess you could say.
But not for too long. All right, let's see the next slide.
She's on vacation, so she has to take a break from her persona.
Yeah, and I think that this is part of what makes this particular look is she does have all of these fun little pieces, from the kerchief and the little metal clips to the wonderful logo bag and the shoes and the extra belt chain. I know the belt that she has with the shorts, that's separate from this pearl belt chain that we're seeing here.
Yeah,
correct?
she has two belts. The one that she's wearing with the shorts is the same fabric as the shoe, the same color, but it's accented with little pearls all around them. They're all hand strung and has really cool metal touches as well to offset the jewelry and all that. But yeah, this
and
is
we'll say quote unquote pearls,
pearls,
right? Quote unquote pearls. And so just to confirm, sun-kissed skin tone and chestnut brown hair for Raina?
Yes, correct.
Fabulous. All right, let's watch her twirl as we go through more of the details of this lovely lady. And the fact, as you said, I love the cohesion, the nod to how she's similar to Danya, with the kerchief, with this sort of holiday retreat, but taking them in very different ways. This is very center of the plate of kind of, that sweet element of new face, where Danya is that center of the plate fashion royalty.
Yeah, thank you.
So pretty. All right, let's pop Jessie out. We want to see this girl in person, and we have a lot of pictures of her with the kerchief on. I would love to see her with the kerchief off.
Definitely. Right now she has it on, but I will take it off for you.
Okay, let's tilt her face up because she's looking down. Oh, there she is. Pretty girl. Love it. Love that coloration on her.
Y'all love this skin tone. It's one of my favorites. But you could definitely see the little belt. Has a little drop pearl. You can see it separate.
So cute.
The little hair clips in action.
All
And
right,
I'll take it off for you.
Gotta take it off. We
Take
want
it
to
off.
see the lush hair that we have going on here.
Yeah,
Because
so this little handkerchief is just really just a square that you just tie on, and it's her paper. Her got stuck.
Oh, there we go.
There she is.
Okay. Oh, so pretty. And how is that hair done? Just sort of like a tuck underneath?
It just has a little little tuck ponytail underneath, so the front just kind of pulls back.
So pretty. So if somebody wanted to take it out and make it even more flowing, they could just pull it
Yeah,
out.
it's fully rooted. You can take it down, and it'll just be a side part.
So pretty.
Just like this really big blowouty hair, which is lovely. But yeah.
It's great. I love this colorway for her. And for those of you who have been waiting for Raina to come back, a new beautiful incarnation for you. All right, throw us back together. Jessie, this is so exciting. Cannot wait. I know you've got a real busy year ahead, and you're deep into things. And from what I've heard, it's going to be another fantastic year. So thanks for all you do. Thanks for sharing these with us. And anything that you want to say to returning or new potential club members?
Yeah, well, welcome to everybody that's new and coming along, joining us. But also thank you guys for coming back, the ones that are coming back. And I'm really excited to have, some special treats for you guys. And I think it's going to be another good year for Dolly's.
Yay. All right.
Gut feeling.
Just have a little feeling. Well, you have a little something to do with that. So it's good to get that feeling from you. Thank you so much, Jessie.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So what did you think of those amazing upgrades? I'm personally, Ellen, a bit obsessed. What about you?
Arc like every single year. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're a little bit blurry, and I'm wondering. Yeah, we've got a little bit of a connection issue. The end of that video got a little blurry. So, okay, now you're coming back.
Am I?
So
okay, sorry.
Sure. Yeah,
you're perfectly clear. I can see you.
Yeah, you're getting a little blurry. So I'm hoping that connection's okay, and that when we put up the next video, we'll be able to get it clearly. If not, obviously, we'll have more pictures coming your guys' way. But what do you guys think? All right, lots of good stuff. Lots of good stuff. Yes,
I'm seeing a lot of Raina love. Lots of both
love. All right, so just as a reminder, both of those upgrades, they're $165 each, addition to the membership fee. You pay your $50 membership now, and for each that you want to buy, it's just a $30 deposit now. The balance will be billed when they ship. We're hoping that is going to be this fall. All right, I know you guys are now waiting for our third upgrade, and you're not going to be disappointed. It's another winner. So, Alon, you want to tee us up with our pre-record of me and David and Poppy Parker?
Okay, let's do the magic again. Hold on.
So, Mr. David Butry, so wonderful to see you again. How are you, my friend?
I'm great. How are you, Carol?
I am doing fantastic. We have a lot of new folks who are with us watching this presentation this evening. For people who don't know you, can you just give a little bit about what you do?
Sure. Well, I'm a designer at Integrity Toys. I've been here. This is my 18th year, believe it or not. I've been here quite a while. And I started off designing like Misaki and Dynamite Girls. And of course, in 2009, we started with Poppy Parker. And So that's been my primary line that I've been designing, but I also design lines like True and Misaki.
Fantastic. And I'm so glad you mentioned True because everybody so loved the debut collection, Tula Bell True and Company. And people are worried about what's going to happen. Does that mean we have more Tula Bell True and Company to look forward to?
Yeah, absolutely. I know there's some concerns, but I was part of the design team for that, and I'm carrying on with the designs. And a lot of the stuff is influenced from the lines that I created earlier, so there's no worries. Okay, kids, it's all good. So
very good news. Very good news. All right. Well, we all know we're here to talk about Poppy Parker and to see the upgrade. But before we get there, can you just give us a little bit of a hint of what's in store for Poppy Parker this year? Last year, we had that delicious black and white mod collection. Any little detail you can give us for what's ahead?
Well, the collection was actually inspired by my husband, who has been wanting this collection to happen for a while. And I would just say that it's a little bit of a throwback, and it's all inspired by home. Poppy goes home. So
Poppy goes home. That sounds very intriguing indeed. And we know that your husband has impeccable taste in men and in dolls. So we cannot wait to see that. What about for the club? I know we have a couple of club poppies as well. Any little hints you can give us there?
well, I would say that there are maybe some pop culture references that are kind of thrown in, which kind of maybe goes along with what you're going to see today. But then there's also something that's going to be another kind of throwback, but not a redo, something totally different, but a lot of fun and something that people have been asking for a while. So I'm excited to bring that to everyone this year.
I know which one that is, and people are going to be really excited about that. So that's all we're saying right now. But we do have some business to get to, and that is our wonderful Poppy upgrade doll. Let us start with the inspiration, Mr. Butry.
Well, it's been a request quite frequently that we continue along with the theme of a doll that we did about 4 years ago. And so this is the second in that line. And so we hope everyone enjoys Angel Eyes.
Yes, so let's see her, and this is Angel Eyes Poppy Parker, your upgrade doll. We'll see her sister from a few years ago in a second. But David, it's so funny. There's been a hot discussion on the forum about people saying, I want this doll. Some of you think that I said you were never going to get it. I said you weren't getting it right away. It doesn't mean you're never getting it. And we have all wanted this doll, and she is so special. So what can you tell us about her?
Yeah, well, Carol, people of a certain age, meaning me and you, grew up loving, the 70s era television shows and everything involving that in pop culture. And so it's always fun to kind of, touch back on our own experiences and our own childhoods and just live out our own little fantasies and have fun with it. And you and I were discussing what we'd like to have, and this is the result of it. So I think she's a lot of fun.
She's great. Let's see the next slide so you can see. So again, the one on the left is just the reference. This is no longer for sale. That was 4 years ago. And unfortunately, she costs an absolute ton on eBay. I did check. And then our beautiful Angel Eyes. And Lord David, if I could just get my hair to do that, I would be a happy camper. It looks so amazing.
Yeah, you got the perfect little flips. You got the perfect little feathered hair.
And she has such a great coloration too, which goes so nicely with the first one, but just a beautiful, comprehensive look. Let's take a peek at her and get to see the whole disco goodness of this jumpsuit that you've got going on here. And of course, she's got to have a gun accessory and a purse, right? Because,
a clutch and a gun. You know how it goes. You can't go out in the town without them both. So
there was a time those were a girl's best accessories. Some nice heels, a clutch, and a gun. So she looks unbelievable. And let's see her face up because she's just so pretty.
Yeah,
I love it. It's like
she's all into it. It's soft but dramatic. Her screening is, and she's just lovely. I want to keep her really kind of neutral so everybody can redress her in whatever they want to dress her in, and then the hair. Of course, it's all about the hair, so you can't beat it. So
No, you really can't. You really can't. All right, let's see the whole thing with the accessory so we could just go through this thing. So she's got those fabulous gold wedges. She's got obviously the jumpsuit, some great jewelry. Is that two different hands or one pair of hands that she has?
She's got two. She'll have two pairs of hands. So she comes with her she'll have the long fingernail hand, and then she'll have her holding hand.
Lovely. Lovely. She's incredible. And it's fun. You know, I know the last time around that we did this, you were able to do a second outfit and you really wanted to go all out here. So we're going to show you guys in a second, not yet, but in a second, we're going to show you a sneak peek because obviously this is an upgrade. You know, we wanted to keep this sort of in the upgrade realm of pricing and whatnot. But David didn't want you to not have the opportunity down the road to be able to make something more. So let's see the quick sneak peek. This is something that's going to be available to W Club members after W Club launch, and we're just sneak peeking it now. So in case you wanted to get, you know, a couple of them so that you can dress them in both or multiple outfits, this is a little sneak peek of what's ahead. All right, let's get off the sneak peek because you only get a little taste of it. And let us go to the video. We want to watch this girl spin because if there was any doll that deserved to spin, I think it's Angel Eyes Poppy. Look at her. She is everything. She's everything.
You can't beat a spinning metallic gold jumpsuit. So
no, you can't. And I think it's fun too, because not only is this something that everybody has been asking for, but it also is, again, Poppy going into, you know, touching a little bit of a different time period, you know, going to that period. I think the original storyline is where she's an actress and she's starring in this wonderful TV series and whatnot. So it allows us to have a little bit of a different Poppy, but of course with her beautiful signature face up and pout and whatnot.
right.
So she's spinning, she's serving it. Yay! I can't. I usually don't purchase the dolls because I try not, you know, kind of compete with the collectors. But since this one's made to order, I think I'm getting a couple because I just think she's so incredible. All right. Do you have her in person? Can we see her little pretty little face?
So yeah. So let me get her up here so we can see her.
Oh my God, she's so good, David.
Yeah. So she is really great.
Sexy.
Yeah.
That is one sexy lady.
Yeah, she's really cute. So you can see her little shoes. Always to this row. There we go.
Perfect. So cute.
Anyway, so that's her.
All right. Pop us both back together. David, she is incredible. We're so happy. Thank you so much. Any words? We've got, you know, people who have never been part of the club before who are watching, considering joining. We have people who've been us for a long time. This is actually our 19th year. You're on year 18. We're on year 19. So anything that you'd like to say to collectors about the year ahead and being part of what we're doing here?
I think, you know, stay tuned for some really great stuff and really varied items. So if you don't like vintage, there's modern. If you don't like modern, there's fantasy. If you don't like this, there's that. We have a little bit of everything for you this year. So we're coming together. We're doing good. We're all focused. So, so I think you really enjoy this year.
All right, David. Well, thank you so much for Angel Eyes. We can't wait to get our hands on that little outfit, which we'll talk more about after the club year starts, and much more ahead. So thanks.
Welcome. Bye-bye.
We're back.
We're back. So, Len, I mean, these guys really hit it out of the park with the upgrades this year. I'm just like, couldn't be more thrilled.
I really think so. I think, honestly, like just getting that second Angel, like we've been waiting for her for such a long time. Who knows? Maybe, I know we have like the outfit we just sneak peek, like that will be coming once W Club membership is registration is over. Then we'll have the offer for the outfit. That'll come out a little bit later. And who knows? Maybe there's going to be another one in the future at some point. You know, maybe who knows? I don't know. So
I would ask you guys in the comments to tell me your favorite, but here's the good news is that you don't have to pick just one. You can have one, you can have two, you can have three, you can buy multiples. It's made to order. That's what's great about registration and the upgrades. And again, Poppy is $160, $30 on top of the membership now and the rest later. All right, so that is the upgrade portion, we're going to move on to talking a little bit about conventions. A lot of stuff we've got going on tonight, guys.
Yeah,
Pretty
it
exciting
definitely
stuff.
is. And I
Yes.
think you have a lot of details for the convention, right? So I know we mentioned it a little bit in a video that we did for the Seven Sins online convention last fall, but we only gave like little tidbits about the convention at the Seven Sins event. So we're going to give you a little bit more today so you can sink your teeth into it, because it's going to be a fun one. So Carol, why don't you just give us a little recap to start of all the details and the stuff what we know and what we want to know.
Okay, so as previously announced, the convention's theme is Stilettos Out, an Integrity Toys fashion thriller, which, Alen, is your fabulous theme, and I assume you have really exciting things planned for us, correct?
Yes, actually, it's a little bit out there, but I think everybody's going to like it.
All right, so it's taking place in the Mid-Atlantic region, and the dates are like October 24th through 27th, something like that.
That is correct, my dear.
All right, fabulous. All right, this is going to be the first in-person convention in 5 years.
Yes, since fall 2019, right before the pandemic. Yeah.
Okay. Alen, do you want to tell us how many slots are going to be open for the convention?
So we're going to open up to 550 slots that are going to be open first priority to W Club members.
Okay, so I'll get to that, how that's going to work in a second, because I know that's going to tie into how you guys figure out your memberships. So as I hinted in the video with Jesse, the Style Lab is coming back for the convention, and some of you guys, you were asking for it in the comments. It is going to be New Face. That is what is planned, New Face Style Lab.
If I'm not mistaken, it's the very first time the Style Lab is going to be New Face, actually. So that alone is pretty exciting.
Yes, so Jesse is a busy boy. All right, so after careful consideration, there is not going to be an online or an absentee component this year. We can answer questions about that in the Q&A if you guys want to. However, there will be, and this is new information, similar to previous years, there's going to be a pre-registration doll, and that is going to be available to all W Club members. So that is another made-to-order doll that is planned on top of, does not include all the different W Club guaranteed dolls. So that is planned no matter if you're attending convention or not. This is something Integrity is going to be doing for you. I know some of you guys have been asking for the specific details in the hotel. That's going to happen once registration has been confirmed. I know some of you are concerned about things like flights, but we wouldn't want anybody to book a flight or anything until you found out if you have a spot at the convention. So no time is being lost there. All right, so this is really important. This is how convention registration is going to work. We are going to do a right to buy lottery. For those of you who aren't familiar, it means you don't have to pay anything additional to enter, but you enter based on your membership. And then the selection is done at random. And again, in consideration of all the different time zones that people have and all the different people who have work obligations and whatnot, we think that this is the best way to handle it. Now, we also wanted to maximize both the number of true collectors, but also make sure that families that collect together don't get split up. So here's what we're going to do. If you have one membership, that means you will be able to enter for one ticket to attend the convention. This is not a guaranteed spot, but if your membership is pulled, one ticket, that's it. If you have multiple memberships, you're going to have the opportunity to note 1 or 2 tickets maximum. However, if you're planning with a family member, when you register for the W Club, this is very important during registration, you must let us know whose names those multiple memberships are attached to. And only a name of that person who's attached to it, who can actually attend that convention in person, can attend for that second ticket. So it would be like if Alen and I are a family and we have 2 memberships.
We kind of are, but
we are. So I would put Alen's name down as the second ticket. And if I'm drawn, Alen would be the only person who could go. I couldn't give my ticket to somebody else, and he would have to attend in person. So that is the way we're trying to do that. So as a recap, just if you have one person membership, that's it. You can't bring an extra person, and you can't any multiple membership. You have 2 people max, but assuming both people's names are attached to the memberships and that they're available to be there. So that is it. And we're going to be really, really strict on this because we want this to be as fair as possible. And as I said, have the most true collectors there. So once the initial period for convention registration spots has expired, in the very unlikely event that there are spots that remain, of course, you'll have the opportunity then to, potentially bring someone else, but we do not anticipate that is going to be likely. But we wanted to give you guys this information up front because we know it impacts how you register and register for memberships. So is that it, Ellen? Did I kind of hit all of the things that we're going to share right now for convention?
I think that's it. I wish we could say more, but we'd have to, I don't know, do something bad. So
well, let me ask you. So somebody said with 2 memberships, can you enter twice for a better chance for yourself? Absolutely. So the multiple memberships will increase your chances from a statistical standpoint of being drawn. So if you want to buy multiple memberships to increase your chances and don't have anybody, absolutely go ahead and do that. So
absolutely,
that's how we're going to do it. So we hope that you guys, we put a lot of thought in this, and we know we're not going to make everyone happy, but we're trying really hard. The W Club motto, I'll probably say this again later, but is that we hope to please everybody some of the time, because we have people from every demographic, every area of the world, every time zone, every different, focus area. And so we really, really are trying to be thoughtful. And this is the first time back in 5 years. So we want to do our best to make this a special experience. And for those of you who can't be there, we're going to do our best to bridge that gap for you as well.
So Carol, just let me repeat, because I'm seeing a lot of the same questions. So the attendance size is 550 attendees, and it's going to be in the mid-Atlantic area. We're not ready to unveil the hotel yet, but once we've done registration, we will unveil the hotel, obviously, because we don't want anyone to book plane tickets or sign up until they have confirmed tickets. So that's why we're keeping it a little bit vague right now, but trust us, there is a beautiful hotel lined up. It's in the mid-Atlantic area of the United States.
And you got a little sympathy from the Dolls, the Witch, and Wardrobe. Ha, ha, ha. I'm an event planner. We all know we can't please everyone. We try really hard, but it's very, very difficult.
There you go.
Yeah. So I think, for anybody who, has other questions, we can address that during the Q&A period, or we're happy to answer those questions offline as well. All right. So with that, with the existing members, everything, you probably know this, but please, if you feel like sticking around, we'd love to have you and answer questions as well. But we want to kind of move on now to perks and responsibility. So that is the next thing. So as a recap, as I said, the guarantee for the club is you get the opportunity to do through the 3 upgrades if you'd like. And then there's 5 additional guaranteed made to order dolls. That's 8. And then we kind of drop the convention hit that there's going to be another one planned. The other perks, you get first to know information about releases. Something that's very important with this, it does not guarantee you the items. Just because we share the information, if it's not a W Club exclusive item, you are not guaranteed items. Integrity Toys does limited edition collectibles. So, we cannot please everyone on those. And that's why we do have some of these made to order offers where they are available to everyone. You've got a ton of other special access. You can ask any of the collectors, but there's lots of lotteries, other sales, other things that go on. Again, it doesn't guarantee you're going to get them, but it gives you more opportunities. And one of the things that I encourage you to do is to join our forum, because that makes securing dolls sometimes easier. There's a lot of trading. There's a lot of people looking out for each other. So I think the people, particularly who are in the forum, the collectors, really find that they're able to get a lot of the dolls that they're looking for. The forum is really a peer-to-peer community. It's an opportunity for you to express feedback respectfully and have your opinions heard. We try to, again, look into the forum and take some of those pieces of feedback into consideration. When I was talking about some of the things people were requesting for upgrades, some of that has come through the forum, some of that has come through direct feedback. And again, this is a peer-to-peer exchange. It's not meant for communicating with the company. And that's why we have, in addition, VIP customer service, which is really helpful. Our liaison team is awesome. wclub@integritytoys.com for questions, as well as to send in your feedback. We read the feedback that you guys send and we take it into consideration. So I think that's incredibly unique. Alen, when was the last time that you bought something from a company and you were able to email them directly and know that there was somebody reading that feedback and amalgamating it and taking it into consideration?
Well, right now, a lot of companies are using AI to answer customer service. We're not, like, we're human beings, like very much live. So just like you get, correct answers, you don't get like random answers from a robot, basically, even though sometimes we feel like no, I'm not going to go there. But
Alen is actually a human being. He is not a robot. So.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's pretty special.
Yes, you're going to get, as said, the first chance at the convention slots. You're going to get that additional made to order. For those of you who are fans of Marina Zernich and Cold Carbon, we're going to have her additional 2 dolls released this year.
Complete the
special
story.
pricing. If you're a new member and you liked any of the 2023 dolls, you have the opportunity to get on the wait list. Many of the dolls will have some portion where people don't pay for them. So you might be able to secure those at retail. So it is a ton of fun and value for only $50. I can just say no other club gives you a fraction of that. And when we started, it was $50 and we had like one exclusive in a Yahoo group. So we have really, really outdone ourselves, I think, over the 19 years.
You've come a long way, baby.
So,
sure.
So the important thing, so that those are all your perks. You have responsibility. So part of being a member of something is you get the good part, but you also have responsibility. So they're very easy. You have to preserve confidential information. It's usually about 24 hours. We want you to treat others in the club and in the company respectfully. You cannot share your membership or give your perks for non-members. If you have a friend who's interested, just have them sign up, but you don't want to jeopardize your membership. And when you put your deposit down for any product, you cannot pre-sell those or trade those other than in the forum with other W Club collectors, but to people who are not in the club until you've paid in full. That's it. No privileges without the responsibilities.
Exactly.
And again, we're trying to please people of all, ages, backgrounds, time zones, whatnot. So please bear with us. We really do try to do our best and try to please everyone some of the time. All right. So how to register. Alen, I'm going to turn this over to you for people who don't know how to navigate our shopping cart so that you can have a sense. We're going to be sending out probably about an hour or so after this, the registration information if you are on our notification list or part of the club. And then the information is going to be everywhere. But if you're not familiar with our shopping cart, Alen's going to kind of take you through how this is going to work.
So for those of you who are brand new customers, obviously, if you've never created an account at integritytoys.com, you are going to have to sign in or register. Obviously, if you have an account, you can sign in. If you don't, you can register. The process is very simple. It's pretty much like signing up for any website. And then you're going to go through a registration process once you get the email that has a button, and then it's going to guide you through every single item you need to read, and you need to get to the rules and all of that stuff until you get to this page in the shopping cart, which is like the end of the process where you can get your memberships. So when you scroll down here, you'll see there's 3 drop-down menus. These are where you will be picking up your upgrade dolls. So they're mandatory. So you have to either pick none or one. Then you do the second one, none or one, and then the third one, none or one. So that basically will add either a Reina, a Danya, or a Poppy to your order.
Or all of the above.
All 3.
Yeah.
Or all of the above, absolutely. So let's say I'm going to do all of the above because they're beautiful. I want them all. And then if you don't update the quantity, if you leave it to 1, this is going to give you 1 membership with 1 of each of the upgrades attached to it. And then you can do add to cart right here. And then So that's $140. So it's $50 for the base membership plus 3 times 30, so $90 for the deposit for each of these dolls. So the remaining balance on each of these dolls will be charged to you, not automatically. You'll receive an invoice via email when the dolls are after the dolls have been manufactured and have arrived in at the warehouse, which I think with these we're expecting late summer, if I'm not mistaken. So once they arrive, we'll send you an invoice inviting you to come and complete the transaction. Your credit card will not be charged automatically for the balance amount. So when you're on this page, we also have a very good tutorial page. Like I'm explaining it here in this video, but obviously through the process, you'll see there's an instruction page that shows you screen grabs of every single step you need to follow to be able to do exactly what I'm showing you. So
yeah,
if you
and just if I can interrupt you, so the people were asking where this is. We are going to send out the email, and then it's going to be put on Integrity Toys how to start the process, and you're going to have to go through, answer some questions, and then it will dump you into this page in the cart, which you need to either sign in if you already have an ID for the Integrity Toys card, or if you're new, you need to sign up. So that's how that'll work.
Correct. So you can either do changes, like let's say you've selected the wrong combination of upgrades. You can do a change here by clicking on the word change. And then let's say, oh, I've changed my mind. I don't want Reina. So you select none. I don't want Poppy. You select none. And then you do save. And then this is going to bring you back and see right now all you're getting is a basic membership with a Danya attached, which is now $80. So you can decide if you want, you can check out right here, or if you want to buy multiple memberships, you can also click back on the item. This is going to take you back to the actual product, and then you can do any combination of your choice again. Like, oh, okay, on a separate membership, now I'll take Poppy and Reina, and then you'll do an add to cart. And then you'll see.
So this is really important if you want multiples of the same SKU. So not one of each of the different ones, but if you want 2 Poppies, for example, or 2 Reinas, you would go back and you're going to have to either, if you want it all the same, you can just say you want 2 memberships. But if you have different configurations, you only want a second one of them. This is how you do it. If you have questions, this is what the W Club liaisons are here for. And this will all be explained on the registration pages that we take you to.
Correct. The most important part is if you change the quantity here, I'm going to show this to you. If you change the quantity, for example, here, let me do another one. If you add, let's say 1, 1, 1, and then you put a quantity of 2 here, that means that's $6 total that you're going to owe when the, see, like it's $280. So this is 2 fully upgraded memberships. So you're going to get 2 Reina, 2 Danya, and 2 Poppy dolls if you do it like this. So just be aware that changing the quantity here will also up the quantity of dolls that you're pre-ordering.
And just before we end this, I just want to say again, it's really important that if you have questions that you ask them before you try to put something through. Don't try to put something through and have it changed, because we really have almost no flexibility in changing. So make sure to ask the questions of the W Club team before wclub@integritytoys.com. Again, that will be on the email. So Len, in terms of the memberships, I also want to let you guys know that in terms of our perks, like things like buying the additional club dolls and whatnot throughout the year, it's usually 1 per membership. So again, if you are the kind of person who likes to buy multiples of things, you're going to want to have multiple memberships. Some of them, as we talked about before, some people do that also to increase their lottery chances. Some people, Len, might want to ship together. This is important, particularly for our international customers. Can you ship the items to an address other than the one listed in the W Club account?
You can. However, if you plan on grouping your orders together with your friends, let's say Carol and I want to ship together to save a little bit on shipping, because we all know the shipping fees are, unfortunately, worldwide are going up. I highly recommend that you buy all of your W Club memberships under the same account. Because if you don't buy your memberships under the same account, you're not going to be able to merge your orders after the fact. in order for you to be able to ship all the product, all the pre-orders that you've done in the same box, the memberships have to be under the same account in the in the shopping cart. So you can have as many memberships as you want. You can attribute them to other people. Those people will receive the emails the same time. But what we'd like to recommend is that if you plan on doing this, one person should be probably appointed and should place the orders for the little group. We actually have a lot of international customers that do this, and it's been working really well.
Okay. Very good information. And also, if you do want to ship just one item to a different address, you can do that as well. So
yeah, the only thing that we'd like to request is that you keep the billing address yours, so we know who you are, and only change the shipping address, and then
Perfect.
you can get it shipped anywhere you want.
All right. So we've got a lot of questions on where to start. We're going to send an email. It's probably going to take us up to an hour after the time we're done here to get everything together. But we're going to send you an email with the link if you're part of the 2023 club, or if you're on our 2024 notification list, which you should have been getting the emails about this presentation. If not, they're going to be posted at integritychoice.com. We'll be posting them on social, and you're going to have till March 18th to register. We do recommend you do it as quickly as possible because people forget every single year, and then we have to turn people away and we feel really bad. So get those in. And again, this is open to any collectors who want to join. So tell your friends, this is a community, so the more the merrier. And you're going to also get an email once your registration is verified. This could take up to a week or so. So it's going to be the thing that's going to invite you to sign up for the forum and all those kinds of things. But there is a lag. So as long as you have gone through the registration, you can check in your shopping cart. Don't worry if it takes about a week, to hear from us again. And then the official club won't start until sometime after we close registration. So again, give us an hour or so to tee things up. But from that, we will now take Q&A. It's going to be hard for us to go back. So if you have asked questions and you didn't wait till the end, you're going to want to do that. So is the membership limited? No, you can, as many people as want can register, and you can register for as many as you want. So we hope to see you, and, whatever it is that makes sense for you, happy to do that. Let's see here.
Does the W Club offer male dolls? Yes, we do.
Well, Integrity
Toys does. Yes. And then W Club members usually get first dibs. Yeah.
Yes. And we may or may not have exclusive male dolls throughout the year. Those are things that are sometimes happen, sometimes don't. So it's not something that's guaranteed or not guaranteed. In terms of the price of the convention, we don't have that information yet, but there's usually a registration fee that's pretty pricey. Then there's a ton of product for you to purchase. Then there's the cost of getting there and the cost of paying for a room. So it definitely is a pricey endeavor that you should, be prepared for if this is something that's of interest to you. But we will share all of that information and sort of our guesstimates as we get closer to that convention registration.
I'm also being asked if there's any news of the closet, Alain. No. I'm not sure I understand the question. If you mean the trunk, it's been released already.
I think they want to know if you're going to do the full, like the thing.
Oh,
the full hanging insert.
We got a lot of comments about that. Yeah, I'm actually thinking about it.
Okay, so this is not a guarantee. It's something that he's heard your feedback, and
I've heard it exactly.
Jaslene Elise, is there a place on the website to tell you what dolls you need to pay for, or is that information emailed? You will find out. We email you all the time. Like, you will hear from us on a very regular basis. We will remind you. We will tell you again. So you will get lots of emails. And if you are missing an email, you can always either email the liaisons, or you can also check the status of what's going on in your shopping cart. If we skipped a year, can we keep our old name in the forum? Yes, please do. That keeps us, it keeps it easier for us, but you will have to email the liaisons to let them know to reactivate you. And this piece of information will be reiterated in your welcome email, so you don't have to remember it now. So people who can't wait to meet many of you, we can't wait to meet you too. Thanks for coming. In terms of signing up, we're going to be live, I would say, in an hour or less. So that's that. Okay, so somebody, one of the liaisons is texting me. It wants me to remind you, because some people are asking, yes, you can buy just a base membership. You do not have to upgrade. And you can buy a base membership as well as a second membership with different upgrades. You can do any sort of permutation, but you do have to buy a membership. That's the minimum sort of price of a way to enter, price of entry. So where are the forums? So you will get that information in a link in your welcome email and all that information to sign up. And again, once you register, it could take a week or so before that gets to you. All right.
So when do we anticipate the opening of the lottery to register for the convention? So obviously we're going to finish W Club registration first. We need to know who our new members are. And then once that, so it's going to be like early spring. Like I don't have a specific timing, but usually we do it fairly quickly after the club reopens.
Yeah. So we have a question: do old members who rejoin automatically get emails? So if you're a 2023 member or on the 2024 notification list, you will get a direct email. And if you're not, then you'll have to search for the information on integritytoys.com or social media. Maximum number of memberships you can buy. There isn't. And, you know, we would say that most people buy one, but some people buy multiples, and you do not need to register with different names. We had this in the past. People ask us why we do it this way. We had people who sign up their grandma and their dog and all of these people when they just really wanted multiple dolls. So it created all kinds of additional work, and it was pretty transparent what was going on.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yes, you could buy, if you want to buy 100 memberships and
actually,
this is your ultimate passion, knock yourself out.
If I may just make a recommendation, actually, folks, it's easier for you if you buy all of your memberships under one email. It's easier for you to keep track of, and then you don't have to check multiple emails to see if you've paid the doll on this email and this other email. Just makes it easier. So yes, absolutely, you can buy as many memberships you want under the one account. So why not?
Okay,
absolutely.
So for the convention lottery, to attend with the +1, you can buy the memberships at the same time. And then, yes, there'll be a comment section about you noting that one of the memberships is assigned to this person. And that's all you need to do is that that step is just make sure that you just let us know that person, because if you do it on two different memberships and one of you gets picked and the other one doesn't, there's nothing we can do. So you'd want to buy those both together and put that second name of your collecting spouse or whatever it is in that note, so that we know who the second membership belongs to. But you can be that one point of contact person. If this is not clear, please ask the liaisons before you do your membership. Let's see here. So same question. We get 2 memberships and assign one person for them. Can we still designate 2 tickets? So it's going to be 2 max. So if you designate that your fiance who can attend with you, then that's it. But they have to be on your, on the second membership. So you've bought at least 2 memberships. You've written second membership is for your fiance's name, and they have to be able to attend if either of those are pulled. So in terms of what's coming up throughout the year, more ohms, basics, whatever, it's a full year. We're going to have lots and lots of dolls from a whole slew of lines. They're going to be spaced out, throughout the year. And so we never tell you exactly what's happening, other than that little sneak peek that you got and Cold Carbon, because it was already announced. But there's going to be plenty of dolls and a lot of really amazing dolls this year.
I have a question here. Are the dolls from the convention going to also be available to the public outside the USA as a lottery, maybe? So like that is one of the perks that we've been giving to the W Club members. If there's any remaining quantity, typically after a convention, there's always a lottery, or almost always, like it's just based on what we've got, like stock wise, that hasn't sold at the convention, where like we will hold a lottery for the remaining quantities of what was sold at the convention. And then as a member, you're allowed to enter those lotteries. So
and speaking of lotteries, somebody is asking about the right to buy lotteries. So if there's something that's available, right to buy lottery, each membership usually gets 1 entry, unless we have something special, but it's usually 1 per. So you enter, and each membership counts for 1 entry. And that's how that works. If for whatever reason you have multiple, let's say you have 5 memberships and you just want 1 doll, that's okay too. We have a way that in the lottery where you notate that you just want 1 item. So it increases your chances, but you aren't then stuck with 5. So we'll explain more of that. So what would be the bridge? So what would be the bridge for those who will not be able to make it to the convention? So as we noted, we're going to have a made to order doll. We try to keep you guys posted with information updates throughout the convention. And then as Alen said, to the extent there's leftover product, sometimes we're able to offer some of that via a lottery. So that's the difference. And as I should say, the other thing is you have these collectors who are going, who've spent a lot of money and time to go, and a lot of them will be selling and trading those dolls in the forum. So that's another opportunity, another way for you guys to get access to the product, and another really great benefit of being part of the community and part of the forum.
I'm also seeing questions about wait lists. So we do have a wait list system. So once you register, like Carol said earlier, you're going to get an email. We call it the welcome email. You get that usually. We try to send them out in batches, so it might take up to a week before you get it. But in there's going to be like a whole description of the waitlist system and how it works, how to access the self-serve waitlist page and all of that good stuff. So all of your questions will be answered in there about that.
Are the 5 made-to-order dolls released throughout the year? Yes. So basically, we never know the exact timing. And even when we know the exact timing, they're usually after we're expecting them. So those come sort of at somewhat random throughout the year, and we unveil them to you guys. And then they usually have some time period, a week or so, in order for you to put in a deposit and then have that pre-order made for you. So lots and lots of unveils ahead. Is the convention wheelchair accessible? I think that all of our conventions, we always have people who have, various limitations, physical limitations, and we welcome everybody. It's, anybody who can come. So that's something that, that's always in consideration. Can we access the club as soon as we have paid the fee? For those of you who want to email the liaisons for a link to the forum, one of the people in the box can usually facilitate that for you. So, hi, Joe Berger. What is the hair material content for these dolls? For the 3 that we saw, they're all saran, right, Ellen? Yeah, they're all saran. So, so we talked about the wait list. So FR Nippamizaki dolls, we send you guys the information. Those are, with a Japanese partner. So we try to keep you up to date, but they do their own distribution and they are not offered through the W Club. Although we noted that some of you guys have been asking for that. It's something I will be bringing up during our company retreat very shortly, but it's certainly not a guarantee. But we do understand that there are people who would like that. Let's see here. European shipping, another thing that we've brought to the table, and I know that they have been exploring. There just hasn't been a solution yet, but we are aware that has been a request. Let's see here. So the convention dolls will be offered to those people who are present at the event. That is the way the in-person conventions have worked in the past, and will be the same way for this particular year. So.
And I just saw a question about convention tickets, if they're transferable, and the answer is no. We don't allow any transfer. You cannot sell your if you can't go on eBay and put your convention ticket up for sale. Like, they're non-transferable. We're not going to accept any transfer. Like, once you've bought them, it's yours.
Yeah, and it's your name, and if you're not the person who shows up, that person doesn't get in. So it's very, very strict about that.
There is a period of time where, like, if you buy a convention ticket, you can cancel and you'll get a refund, but there is a processing fee for us to do that.
Yeah. So wishing I hadn't missed the Cold Carbon dolls. Will there be any more Gothic fashion dolls coming out this year? So again, if you're sad about missing those, you should get on the wait list once you join, and you might have an opportunity to pick up something that somebody hasn't paid for. There's always, every single doll we do, no matter how popular they are, there's always some level of non-payers. So it's not a guarantee, but it's certainly a possibility. Plus lots of people selling and trading them in the forum. And as we said, there's going to be 2 Cold Carbon dolls. Marina said that they are also going to be part of the story that she created. So the vibe, I would imagine, would be something that fits in with that sort of existing line. Let's see here. So many questions. So edition sizes. So I don't know that they'll be exactly the same as 2023, but I think they'll be closer to 2023 than maybe 2021 or 22. So I think that's kind of the vibe. Let's see here.
I'm seeing a lot of question about data and emails from the W Club being deleted. So we do archive all of the W Club emails soon after they go out. We have a segment in the forum that's called the announcement repost section. So like if you miss something, you can go back, and I think the announcement repost section goes, it's a real archive. Like we've been pretty diligent about reposting every single official email that goes out. So I think it goes back like many, many, many years. So if you want to have fun and look at older dolls or get older information, you can access it. But no, we don't delete. We keep an archive of everything.
Yeah. So does 550 include people who bring a spouse? Yeah, if it's 550 spots, period.
Yeah.
So that's why we have structured to try to keep as many true collectors as possible, but to not split up families that collect together. So that's what was taken into consideration. You cannot bring someone just to be there and not get the dolls. It's very, very specific to that. Also, for those of you who are giving like your wishes, the best way to communicate that is to email wclub@integritytoys.com. That way we have an archive. It's going to be, I'm not going to remember all of these as much as my brain used to be good. It's not so great anymore.
There's so many good ideas.
So yeah,
so many great suggestions.
with your suggestions, just please email the liaison so that we have a record of those and can bring those up to the table. So if I put both memberships in one account, will they both have to be in the same name? So they'll both be under one account, and then you can write the second name in the comment section. When you register comments, the second membership is for, John Doe. That's all you need to do. And again, if you have any questions, just email the liaisons ahead of time. God, lots of questions. Try to get as many new questions. Convention dolls, 1 per attendee. Yes, that's been the policy in the past. So I would assume, unless something shifts, that would be the policy. Hi, Brent. Thanks for being with us 19 years. My goodness, that's so crazy. Okay, we talked about the wait list. What am I missing? Yeah, for those of you who want to know what's ahead, that's part of the fun. So, Alen, do you want to talk about COAs and edition sizes?
Sure.
Yeah. So there's questions about that. Do you want to?
I saw like yes, I know there's concerns about like some of the COAs not having like the numbering on them. Sometimes, there is. I don't want to say there's a cost involved, but there is a time constraint involved in having all of these COAs. They're literally like somebody sits at the factory and writes all of these COAs by hand. And sometimes with production, it's not always doable. Like we have to put the dolls out and everything. So some of the certificates, we keep them a little bit more generic, but the edition sizes are always mentioned in the W Club emails that go out.
And if not, if it's a made to order, you can ask and we can provide you that information.
Correct.
Sure.
Absolutely. So COA means certificate of authenticity. So I saw like, what is a COA? So like it's the card that's included with the vast majority of the Integrity Toys product that has that seal on it that proves that the product is authentic, that it's not a copy. And I know as a collector, a lot of you love those cards because it's like a further proof that the product that you purchased is authentic. A lot of companies have stopped including them with their product but we still do. It's kind of a tradition. I know it's very, very important for a lot of you. We're not going to stop doing it, But yes, sometimes they're not always going to be end numbered. It's not always possible for us to do it.
All right. So do older members have preference on the wait list? So if it's an existing wait list, it will carry over as long as they're a 2024 member and they're already on the wait list. So they will be higher. But what we've done is the last items that we released, including, I believe, the trunk, the Kiori and the Sirene Violaine Mermaid. We have not opened those yet. So we wanted to give you guys a fair shot at that. So after we open up registration, that's when the wait lists are going to open. So you will actually have just as good of an opportunity as somebody who was a member last year for
And also,
that.
like, just to be clear, wait lists do not mean that you're guaranteed that you're going to get an item if you put your name on a wait list. It's the dolls that we have that are attributed to the wait list, the quantity varies every single time. We never know ahead of time how many dolls we're going to be able to offer through the wait list. And it has happened that everybody pays for their dolls. We have no dolls left, even though we took a wait list, and then we can't offer any dolls to anyone on the wait list. It's been pretty rare, but it has happened in the past. So put your name on the wait list as soon as possible, obviously, if you're interested in something, because that increases your chances of getting what you want.
Yeah. So Carissa is asking really good questions. How are we going to pull lottery tickets by dual guests and individuals? So basically what's going to happen is that you're going to put in your memberships as always, and then those are going to be ranked through the random number system with the random number generator that they use. They'll go through. And then for anybody who is a duplicate that doesn't have somebody put on there, those get taken out. And then, if you have the name on there, that's going to be that. So the lottery system does require, unfortunately, a lot of handwork, which is why it always takes so long to get to you guys. And our poor liaison that is in charge of that puts in a ton of time. But that's basically how it is. You're going to have noted that you're going to want a +1, and then, that one will be left in there if yours is pulled, and then they'll just count down and take the first 550, but obviously if there are any multiples, those will be taken out of there. Hopefully,
and obviously, if we get non-payers on the convention lottery, like we go
back to the poll,
and we do like a second chance lottery. Absolutely.
So how long does the ban last for when you're unable to pay for your pre-orders for lotteries? So we really frown upon this because, we're taking these opportunities away from people, but, you can have a clean slate this year, but really, if you're somebody who's a repeat offender, that's not going to work out for you in terms of keeping your perks and privileges. So, if you don't think you can pay, we totally get it. We just ask that you either don't enter or you find somebody else in the club to take it over for you. So we only cover Integrity Toys. So for those of you who are asking about anything else, it's just an Integrity Toys club, but we cover all the lines with the exception of the Mizaki that we talked about, where we give you the information, but we don't have direct access to that. And obviously, some of the dolls are also through the dealer network. So we give you the information about that. Let's see here. I think we're getting the same kinds of questions. So again, we're going to send you an email in about an hour that's going to have more information. If you're confused, send a note to the W Club at integritytoys.com. But as you can tell, you guys, we're so excited for this year. Whether you come just with a membership or hopefully get 1, 2, or all 3 of our wonderful upgrades, it is just the start of a lot of really amazing things that we have for you. And we're thrilled. So hope to see you in the club. Register as soon as possible. If you register now and you want to add another membership later, you can register as many times as you would like before March 18th. I think it's 9 p.m. Eastern time. That's New York time. So hope to see you guys. Thanks so much for being with us in this very long presentation we had, but hopefully it was jam-packed with good information for you guys.
Yes,
Glenn,
and we're excited. No, we're super excited. We're going to go tee everything up, get you the email so you can start registering, and you're going to have until March 18th to place your purchases for your W Club membership. So we hope to see you in the club.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
See you
Thank
soon.
You. Bye.